I like using the analogy with the hot air balloon. Elevating in consciousness is like a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon rises very easily when it has the right amount of fuel. But it don't matter how high you turn that motherfucking flame up on that hot air balloon. If you forget to untie the motherfucking hot air balloon from the goddamn weights that was holding it down.
So I will be going live at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I doubt it that you guys will see this video before 12 p.m. So when you see this video, there's already a video that's out. I put it up at 12 p.m. Hopefully you can make that live. Well, hopefully you did make that live. If you didn't, you can go over and check it out. It was at 12 p.m. because I know this live's not going to go out until after 12 p.m. But go check it out because allegedly there's rumors that the girls asked Zoca to leave. I don't believe that. I just want to break down what I think the possibilities are with the community. There's definitely something going on behind the scenes. We don't know if it's a setup or maybe Zoca left or maybe they did ask her to leave. We're going to talk about that in the 12 o'clock live. So if you miss it, just go over to the live. I'm telling you right now as we speak. And then at 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have a young lady who's coming on to my platform to discuss how she had brain injuries, and that's why she has a speech problem because of a flu shot. The flu shot caused her to have brain injuries. She obviously had a reaction from the flu shot, and it caused her to have speech problems, and it affected her brain. And what also affected her was that she got pregnant. She went to a prenatal appointment, and a doctor automatically, when he heard how she sounded, said in his head she was on drugs, and he put into her medical records that she was on drugs. Now we all know when you go to doctor's appointments, they do write things down. So they observe things that you're doing, that you're saying. And what I think happened was, like all doctors do with everyone, even me, they write down what they observe. They write down also what you say, documenting. He documented she was on drugs, even though he never did a blood test. He never knew anything about her out of her own mouth saying that she was on drugs. He just, you know, just made his own assumption up that she was on drugs. And then he tried to give her a pharmaceutical drug that is like meth. Now, you might say, how did the doctor give her meth? There is a pharmaceutical grade drug. It's not made with household products, but it's similar to meth. And they use it for obesity and something else. I will be reading off what the two disorders are, and people try to duplicate that same medication, uh, on the streets. If she would have taken that prescription that he gave her, if the pharmacy was to fill it, which a lot of the pharmacies don't fill it. There's certain pharmacies that probably fill that pharmaceutical medication, but they denied her when her mother was trying to go get the prescription. Um, if she would have took that medication, she would have been drug tested, and it would have came up that she had meth in her system. That's what it would have came up, because that's what that medication is on a drug test is gonna read. So it's really crazy. It's just like crack cocaine. You can smoke crack, you can sniff powder. Doesn't matter how you do it. It's gonna read the same way, even though it's made differently. So back to True. That'll be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He's doing his car chronicles, and I don't know what he's doing. I really think that he needs to just leave all this alone. I think that he needs to take the time and energy and be present in the flesh with Jah, because these are the years of his life that he needs to be with his child and not doing this for Nature Boy. They're draining him. Now, again, there's allegations that the women asked Zoca to leave. I don't really believe that. If that's one of the possibilities, let's run down a couple of the other possibilities, because everything's going haywire, and this is why True's acting like this. Zoca could have left because she wanted to leave.
And the same thing go with you trying to elevate in your life, still associating with the people that ain't going nowhere. No matter how hard you talk to these people, no matter how many videos you show them, no matter how many talks you give them, you're not going to elevate dealing with people that don't want to elevate.
She sees everything's falling. They're basically homeless. They're going to have to split up anyways. Or they're leaving on their own slowly but surely, and they're going to probably go back with their family. Or, you know, they're making it seem like they're breaking up. Zoca could be there, and they're doing it like Nature Boy used to do back in the day. Take somebody out the equation to make himself relevant again. And for some reason, people like to donate to these sort of situations because they want to be nosy and they want to know what's going on, and they want to know, where does this person stand with you guys, and where are they at? Did y'all have some smoke? Y'all fighting? You know what I'm saying? So people will literally DM or send, you know.
The Most High Chief Grandmaster Teacher 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 taught me that the greatest diet on the planet is peopletarianism. Peopletarianism is greater than veganism, it's greater than vegetarianism, it's greater than the keto diet, the paleo diet.
You know, cash apps trying to befriend these people so that they can get the tea. People do it all the time. This is social media. You'll be surprised what people will do to get information. And once they get the information, it's like, what's next? But people do it. But I really think that if True removes himself out of the equation, I guess if he gets tired of being in that car, because it's quite apparent that he has to be sleeping in that car, because they're in rough shape right now. But I think that if he leaves the equation, I think he's enjoying this because he has a lot of bitterness in him. If they leave the equation, I think that they'll have no other choice but to split up. I'm quite sure they'll represent him from a distance. They probably will get a job when they get with their families, because their families are not gonna probably support them, you know, for much longer than when they come back there. They're not gonna support them for 2 and 3.
It don't matter what type of vegetables you eating or what type of seasoning. Motherfuckers get on my nerves, talk about some motherfucker stay in the trap. But I gotta have my seed moth and your ass stay in the motherfucking projects. You can't vibrate any higher than the environment you subject yourself to and the people you associate with. Motherfuckers appreciate that, Queen. Niggas drink
years, and then they'll be able to all support Nature Boy from a distance. And if they want to, speak the knowledge, then they can speak the knowledge as well. I don't know how this is going to play out, but I really think that True should really get himself out the equation. Stop being so evil, because he's not helping anyone. He's not even helping Nature Boy. There's nobody that can help Nature Boy but God. Nature Boy can't even help Nature Boy. That's why he's using these people to try and help him, because Nature Boy cannot help himself at this time. It's just not going to happen. And it's not looking good for him, because he's acting out in jail now. And the courts, the system, they're all looking at this. So if you want to waste your life from a distance with family.
sea moss and staying in the projects. Motherfucker taking they sea moss and they motherfucking turmeric tea and goddamn dealing with unhealthy, ignorant, stupid ass people. That don't make no motherfucking sense. The people around you are the greatest source of energy, the greatest source of information, the greatest source of fuel you ever gonna have. You've watched the video on YouTube and it was a person talking to you that motivated you and inspired you. As a child, it was a motherfucker.
Family, getting yourself, out of the situation, getting yourself back to where you need to be, and just leave this nature boy thing alone for a little while. And if you do feel as though you still need to represent him and not leave him for dead, then do it from a distance. But be present in the moment. Live your life. Do what you need to do. Because if Nature Boy gets 25 to 30 years, I don't know how long he's going to get. I'm just throwing out a number. You're going to have to live your life anyways. You're going to have to, that little bond that you have with him, which is a toxic bond, you're going to have to let that go. Because Nature Boy right now can't help you. He cannot help you or your situation. You guys have got to help yourself. And helping yourself right now is walking away.
Person instilling bad habits into you and low self-esteem concepts in your mind. It wasn't a motherfucking vegetable. It wasn't a fucking herb. What fuels us the most is other people. Piece of celery ain't never goddamn told you wasn't gonna be shit. Carrot or a bunch of cilantro ain't never.
True's gonna get tired, trust me, sleeping in that car. He's gonna get aggravated one day. One morning he's gonna wake up. It's just not gonna be a good day for him. He's gonna get tired and he's gonna leave. Why? Because he's human. True is fooling himself. He's not fooling you or me or anybody else. He's fooling himself. He needs to get out of this current situation. All this bitterness that he's holding inside, because I don't really honestly believe that this is about Nature Boy. He needs to let it go on with his life, be a father to his child, support that child financially and mentally, spiritually, and everything that you need to do to be a good father, so they don't end up in situations like you ended up, True, in, and destroying their lives. Because these people are going to have to pick up the pieces after they leave. I think that they don't want to sit with themselves. I don't think that they want to have to head-on deal with the repercussions of their actions, the decisions that they made by going over the carbonation. So they rather just sit in it. And it's really sad, but I hope that they all, like the rest of them did, get out.